Oh my gosh. Just remove this destination to the broadcast. Go live. What happened? It said
Don't even know what she's doing.
no, it said that it was here, let me no, right?
Talk about sign on for technical
Right.
difficulty.
No. Okay, so I'll just delete this one because it's saying that my chats with Chantla page was not okay. I don't even know. We're live. People are Hi, and welcome to another episode of Chats with Chantla. I have an amazing, huge personality, host, producer, creator, author, Miss Francois. She is here tonight and she's going to put on a show. So I hope you are ready. So anyone who's normally watching the show on the Chats with Chantla page, I had to actually delete the live broadcast and go over to my YouTube page or my personal page, and you can see it there, or I'll just share it after the show. But Miss Francois, how are you this evening?
I mean, don't you see how amazing I look? I tried to match the earrings with the shirt, and I was trying to do the whole gold thing with the glasses. I had to look fabulous.
And you absolutely do. You look absolutely fabulous. You're fabulous from the inside out. So I know a lot of people are excited. I've shared the flyer. I've talked about it. You have such a huge personality. I think I'm more excited about this conversation than probably people that are watching. So I'm going to get right into this conversation because I know many people are probably going to have some questions for you as a featured entrepreneur. So if you do, as a viewer, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you put your comments in for Miss Francois and questions in the comments. So I want to know, why do you do what you do?
Well, honestly, I could have lied, right? Because I don't want to lie. Okay. I don't know why people say honestly. Because it makes me happy and it keeps me from crying. Because I always tell people, if you see what I do, what having to do with my TV show and just being me and the TikToks, I do it because it makes me happy. So it's something I love doing, and it's a few things I get to do with being myself and who I am. Because like my regular 9 to 5 job, I'm just like a soldier and I have a big personality. So I need to let it out somewhere, and this is my outlet.
Okay. So there's a little bit of feeling in the background.
And my background is quiet.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going. So in the beginning of your entrepreneurship, what motivated you to become an entrepreneur? What was the reasoning for you to step out and do things on your own?
Oh, please. I didn't want to do nothing on my own. I know. Oh, I was waiting for one of those great grand stories of, oh my God, what happened was the epiphany. There was no epiphany, nothing, okay? Basically, in my personal life, I had relationship issues. And I like to say, I take my pain and made it my purpose. And things just evolved as time went on, where me not being able to find me a man, or a man not being able to find me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's what I'm wearing, but apparently he's not looking for me in the right places. So I took that and it evolved into the Miss Francois Show, where I talk about relationships and stuff like that. And I just ended up making it a business where I entertain people, make it fun, and I get to make money on the side.
I know. So when you were coming up with the concept for your business, did it come from like a personal experience or from like other girlfriends? How did the concept for your business come about?
Let me tell you something. I love myself. I ain't getting nobody else, right? So everything came from me. It just kept, every time I'm in a relationship and you're excited and you swear, oh my God, this is the one. You see the babies, you see the house, you see the picket fence, and then and then it doesn't work out for whatever reasons. Keep in mind, it's never my fault, it's their fault, okay? But because of me going through that whole emotional issue, up, down, so forth and so on, I decided basically I took my whole life experience and I put it on show to help other people. I was really helping myself in the beginning because everyone keep thinking in the beginning, oh my God, you're helping people and women coming out of relationship. I'm like, no, I didn't care about them in the beginning. I needed, because of the hurt I was feeling out of my failed relationships, I was trying to make myself feel better. And this was like an outlet for me not to cry and run through the streets naked. I was using humor to help myself, and it then evolved into me actually helping other people because we women always think we're the only one going through something. And so many other people are going through stuff, but we like to keep it a secret because we don't want anyone to talk about us. So because I was helping myself, I ended up helping other people.
I love that. I love that you use your own pain for purpose. And so if you're just tuning in, we have Miss Francois, and she's the host of the Miss Francois Show. When I tell you that she has so much inside of her little tiny body, she has one of the biggest personalities, so much knowledge and treasures. And like she said, she's using her pain to help other people, which I think is very that's not a common thing to do, to share your pain, because like you said, people want to judge, and you are just being very transparent, and this now has turned into an amazing business of healing and help for other people. So I really like that. So how has your life experience influenced your writings, because you're an author, and the things that you actually write about? How has it inspired it?
So this is what I realized, right? Since the beginning, even when I look back at my life now, I see how connected and that's going backwards, how certain things that has happened in the past, how it end up being in the future. So I always say this whole thing started around 2016, even before that, but let's say about 2016, because when you go through all these relationships, the ups and downs, so on and so on, I had entered something called Toastmasters that a lot of people don't seem to know what it is, but it's a huge organization to teach you about leadership skills and being able to speak, public speaking and stuff like that. And I had written something called the See Harvey Can't Find Me a Man, right? Because if Steve Harvey can't find you a man, who the hell can, right? And I took that, and it just evolved into a one-woman show. It evolved into this Miss Francois show. It evolved with me end up going and doing comedic monologues with some famous Caribbean people. And every year it just evolved. And last year, with all the time on our hands, I wanted to make it something positive. So I ended up making it a book. And people tend to say, oh my God, you could help me with my relationship. I'm like, no, I can't. If I can find a man, I can help you. But I can help you get over your relationship after you dump him or he dump you. So instead of taking 2 years and being the person telling everybody the same story over and over and want people to feel sorry for you, I can get you get over your relationship in a much shorter time and smile while you're getting over it. So that's how one of the books came about, was it's called Let That Beep Beep Man Go. And that's how I ended up being an author. Everything just God has his own plan, like I like to say.
Absolutely. And so it's like the book is titled Let That Beep Beep Man Go. So you can feel that in. If you're the woman, you can fill that in with whatever that beep or that explicit word is. But I love that you have information that helps people learn things about the healing process, getting better at different things. So when you think about like how you market your business or how you market your books, like how are you doing that? How are you marketing them during this pandemic?
Okay, so the first thing, first of all, I always tell people, first of all, word of mouth is always number one. No matter what happens, word of mouth, just talking about it. And even with my personality, by the time I open up my mouth, they're like, let me see where the book is. How do you get the book? Because, again, all these things transcend, right? But beside that, we all know we have social media. If you're not on social media, you're non-existent. So I do the Instagram, the Facebook, basically. And what I'm doing is coming on shows just like yours. I do a lot of podcasts, a lot of TV shows and stuff like that. And all that is getting the whole word out about who I am, my show, and the book.
Absolutely. I love that because a lot of people are on their social media more often now because of, the pandemic. But yeah. So here's social media handle is at Miss _ Francois. You want to get to know her. Like she's hilarious. She has TikToks. She has the cutest advice. She makes the best videos. She is in love with herself, and you can tell it. And when someone loves themselves, you love them more because it's contagious. And so when I watch your videos on Instagram, I'm like, how can't you love her? Like, you have such a huge, attractive personality, and I just think it's so great. And so I definitely want more people to be able to find you and learn more about you. So our social media handle is right here on the screen at Miss_Francois. So also, when you're thinking about the different things in your book, are there any therapeutic benefits that you think of that comes out in your writings?
Oh, girl, hell yeah. Because first of all, at the beginning of the book, I was encourage anyone that's thinking of writing a book, you tell a story. And when you tell a story and it's your story, your personal story, that alone, like in my personal story, sometimes I even when I'm writing it, I was like, my God, I can't believe I went through this. Or it's something because remember you don't always sit and focus on your past so much. But when you're writing, just like journaling is really good for you. When I was writing some the little stories I was writing, I'm like, should I be telling that? I can't believe I did that. Why was I? I was with him again. But it does help, and while you're writing, you realize how far you have come. And for me, a lot of times before I used to beat up myself, like I feel like I didn't accomplish as much as I would have liked to accomplish. I feel like I worked so hard. But when you write these things down, I've come a long way. I'm amazing. I'm an amazing catch, okay? You don't even need you need more than a little pole. You need a whole net, you need a whole boat to come at you. Oh, I'm an amazing catcher. Just nobody even catching me. I jump in, but I don't know.
No, you know what? The right fisherman will fish you out and get a great woman. So also too, what are some of the most important elements to a good relationship in your opinion?
Did I tell you I'm good at good relationship? I said I don't have a man, but okay, fine. One of the things that I have noticed in because I always tell people I'm not no psychologist, since I'm not your pastor, I'm a deacon, I can't help you with anything like that. So from my experience, what is good to help with a good relationship is definitely communication. And good, I like to say good communication, because we all can communicate. That don't mean we communicating well. Somebody has to listen, somebody has to, talk and pause and not be ready to answer or defend themselves, which we all do. So definitely good communication. Because goodness gracious, I saw a few people in my day. I was not listening.
No, I love that because not even just a romantic relationship, in any relationship, you should have good communication because that's how you learn. Too many people listen to talk and not really listen to absorb. They're always listening for like to hurry up and interject and have a response. So good communication in any relationship, and especially a romantic relationship, it's definitely beneficial. That's how you learn, that's how you build, that's how you connect, and that's how you become from a short term, like overnight, to a long term, forever type of thing. So I love that also. What have you learned about, like, what is something you noticed very early on in relationships that you feel like a lot of us may overlook?
What? Repeat the question. I'm so sorry.
I said, what do you feel like we need to learn early in relationships that we overlook that could possibly help the relationship?
Okay, this is one of the things I realized again for myself. When we start a relationship, and we're all happy and blah blah blah, and as soon as something goes wrong, obviously we seek out advice, right, from other people because you want to make sure you're saying the right things. What am I doing wrong? But we seek the advice from the wrong people. Now, if your friend me and a man, and you have one, why are you asking your single friend what you should do in certain situations? Yes, as we say in Trinidad, you're not stupid, you're stupid. But we do that. We tend to do that all the time. And again, it's the funny part. The single friend always have 100 things to tell you. Like, who are you? A psychiatrist, a therapist? You don't even find your own man. So don't just ask the right people. Ask someone who's been married for years. Ask someone who's been through something so they can give you some proper advice. And a lot of times we tend to seek out people that's just going to agree with us. And then you go out to them and like, yeah, Cynthia said so and so, Brenda said so and so, and then You ain't got no man. So you gonna end up single. That make any sense?
Yes. You know what? So thank you so much for joining Brandy. She is a great supporter and a really great friend. And so she said preach. It's right there on the screen. But I think what you just said hits many like chords for many people, because we do seek opinion from people that aren't living it or have not already experienced what we're asking about. So it's true. Like, why would you ask your single friend about a relationship? They themselves aren't in one. I think that is such a great question. And then thank you, Chantla has joined us as well. Thank you for joining. She said a lot of the times answers are already there. You don't really need to ask anyone anything you already know. I think that's also true too. I think sometimes we seek validation from other people, and sometimes we're seeking validation for the wrong reasons, meaning like we may have bad and toxic behavior, but we go to that girlfriend who's going to say, girl, I would have did the same thing. I'm coming with the bad word. Let's go circle around. Those are the things that we do. I've probably been that friend, and I definitely have had friends like that. So, a lot of times, like Chantla said, I think it's perfect. We already know, but we sometimes think out in the already know. Sometimes I think I wouldn't say, not just in my experience, but having experience with talking with other people, that's how people find out your business. Because you're calling all these different friends and girlfriends, and then the next thing you know, your whole life is out there.
And the problem with that is, to me, I don't even mind my business being out there. But the consequence of that is, when you sit telling your friend, I'm going to leave him, he ain't worth something, I'm glad you told me, and then you go back with him the next month or the next year, then you looking stupid. That's why I keep my business to myself until I'm sure it's over. Then I can talk all the mess I want, and then I can go with my friends. So you just gotta know when sometimes. When some people have in my relationship, you don't know who tries to bite me. You don't know. I won't tell you nothing. But I tell you about Danny. Then you can talk your crap with your friends. But people know that.
No, I love that. And Chantla agrees. She said, my advice is don't tell people the details, especially if you're not really going to end it. People are judgmental. That is 100. People are so judgmental. And like you said, like it could be a bad day, and I'm guilty of it. Like you're experiencing something and you're living through your present emotion. And then like the next day you're like, oh, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. Like it happens. But I think that's great advice that you provided, and also the comments that Chantla gave in the feedback. Like keep it to yourself, or think it out, or go for a run, go for a drive, have a glass of wine and go to sleep. Let the wine be your friend. Like it puts you right on to sleep. So I love that. If you could get rid of like one bad habit that you did or do in relationships, what would it be?
I make up excuses for other people. So it could be the simplest thing to the worst thing. If a guy or whatever, he's always late, instead of me waiting for him to call or waiting to find out why, I'm like, was it traffic? Or something held you back, you're not feeling well? So even if none of those things were the excuses, I give them the excuses. So I dislike a lot when I do that. So even if someone is not showing me, say I'm in a relationship and they're not giving me enough attention, I'm like, oh, that's because he's busy and you don't have time right now. Like I make up all these excuses for other people when I need to at least give them the chance to give me an excuse, and then I could be like, no, that's not sufficient. You're not gonna make a decision off of that. But I think I cushion it for everybody, especially men, when I keep giving them excuses.
And then, so what does that do to you? Like when you do that,
I think it makes me feel better. So if someone don't have enough time to spend with me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not giving one. He's trying to do his thing. He's fulfilling his purpose. He has to work really hard. So I'm making up all these things so I could at least feel better. So when I even speak to the person, I wouldn't even be that angry at them because I already cushioned it and I give them a good excuse.
Wow. That's also like harmful. You're enabling them to have like bad or behavior when it comes to how you need to be
No kidding.
treated.
I didn't know you was my therapist. And I just thought I came on the show to talk about myself, I'm sure. But they're trying to give me therapy. Okay, I know that. I said, well, I told you that is what I want to change. Okay, I'm working on that. Thank you. My goodness, I can pay you for this segment.
I told you it's a big personality. I love it. So if you're just joining in, thank you for joining in for this evening's episode of Chat with Chantla. We have the amazing Miss Francois. She is a producer, entertainer, author, and she is the host of the Miss Francois Show. You definitely want to follow her on Instagram at Miss Francois underscore. Yes, Miss underscore Francois. It's on the screen, but she has so much more. You're just hilarious. I can see why you could be on stage for comedy. Like you have such all these great elements that put together are just so phenomenal. So my next question is, life is too short to tolerate blank. What is that for you?
Bullshit. Too much of bullshit. And sentences. I mean, what you know, my Angelo, you hear this all the time when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
And it might be the simplest statement, and we can say it 1,000 times, but we never fully believe it because we never do what the statement says, right? People show me who they are, and I'm like, nah, that's not who they are. So it's especially when you get older and you experience and you've been through enough things in your life when it comes to relationships or anything for that matter. I even post recently, like a few days ago, having to say, like, if I ask you a question, just answer the question. I don't need no long story. So I just don't have time for the lies. I don't have time for the long story. Get to the point, cancel all the bullshit, and tell me what it is. Tell me exactly what we're dealing with when it comes to relationship or anything. If you want to just have sex on the weekend, say, Miss Francois, I just want to have sex with you on the weekend. Let me say yes or no.
So going back to the book titled "Let That Bleep Man Go," the information that you're sharing tonight, is it in the book as well in more detail?
Well, in the book, the basis of the book is 5+ steps to get over a breakup. So we have in the book it have just so you know the 5+ is really 6 steps, but you see I'll put that 5+. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't know how I do it. I touched on what I at least touched on kind of one step that was in the book when you were talking earlier, having to do with like friends and the kind of friends that you have during a relationship. So you have to be like conscious of the kind of friends and which friend you talk to. That's like one of the steps. When you go through a breakup, you don't want to just tell any friend, but at the same time, you do need an outlet and you do need the right people around you to be able to talk to. So just knowing who to talk to is the important part.
Absolutely.
You are focused. You're like,
You want to be wild because I'm sitting here thinking about my younger self. And all the mistakes that I've made probably are the things that you say in your book. And I think to myself, like, that I did all the things that were wrong, like telling so many people, then you don't leave the relationship, all these things. I'm like, I remember her. Like, I remember the young Chantla, and thank goodness for maturity and experience. But, I didn't have someone telling me, like, this is how you get over it, or this is how you persevere. Because it's not that you're just getting over that one relationship, because you carry that into the next relationship if you don't heal from it.
Girl, you carry your purse, your shoulder bag, you pull a trunk behind you, your wheels, you come in some boxes. That's what I just like when I hear one like, oh, I don't take baggage with me. I'm like, really? We all do. To me, no matter how much you have matured, you're gonna take something. I say I would rather you take a purse than you take the whole briefcase, the big luggage. But we all, because it's life, But once you're conscious of it and you understand. So someone once said, take the lessons, not the baggage. So you're taking something with you, but take the lessons from it instead of taking, oh my God, my last man used to do. Oh my God, no one must say about what your last man did.
Wow, okay. I love that. I love what you said. You can take a purse, you can take it back, because so many of us are trying to stuff like this big, huge luggage over like the overhead thing, and you're trying to stuff it, and it doesn't work, and you're slamming it. That's like what we do, and that's what we bring into our relationships. And that's really, I never looked at it that way. Like that's why it's so important to get over the breakup, so that you're not carrying that break up into maybe a blessed relationship that you're supposed to have,
Yes.
you can destroy it or sabotage it. I also want to know, like, what are some things that you are proud of, like that you bring to a relationship, or like even to tell a woman, because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, we critique ourselves so badly, and so
That is true.
like, so what
Well,
are some things that you can be proud
well, first of all, I'm a cancer, right? Besides killing people on a regular, besides I'm very loyal, I'm a loving, I'm like an over giver. And I'm over sentimental, but in a positive way. So I'm the kind of people that will get matching keychains. I'm the one that's gonna plan the vacation and the weekend. I'm the one when you walk in, Valentine's Day have petals on the floor and the bubble bath, and I'm in the most sexiest yo. I'm sorry. And even I always tell people, I might not be in a relationship, but you could call, let me see, at least 95% of my exes, except that one. 95% of them, and they will tell you that I am amazing and will not have like all these bad things to say about me. I just think a lot of my relationship in the past is just we were not on the same page with a lot of things, and it comes with maturity and experience and the baggage and stuff like you said. As time continues, you grow. But I am an amazing girlfriend. I don't care what nobody say, and I
right?
can't my exes to tell me I was not amazing because they know I'm amazing.
I love the attitude. You know, in the camera, and you were like, and I know that I'm amazing. That is how you're supposed to carry. That is confidence. I love that. Also, what do you have? How has like fear of any kind impacted how you approach like dating and relationships?
I think the fear that I have now is honestly wasting time. Because when I was younger, you hold hand, you go to McDonald's, you watch a movie, 7 years pass. And you then realize you should have been left him on the second year, right? Because you're like, no, I love him. He's my first love. I need to stay in this relationship. Yeah, I used to say, I make an investment, I must get returns. But that's why too much time passed. So I keep trying to get returns, but I should have withdraw all the money and go down your bank. But I didn't think like that. So now, one of the things I don't want to do is be wasting time. So if I say hi, hello, and then you tell me, you know what? I have done nothing in the last 5 years. I have no goals. I'm not going nowhere. I don't have a driver's license. I don't plan to get one. I've taken the bus for the last 20 years. I never had a car. Anyway, well, check me. Have a nice day. Yes, the weather is beautiful. All right, bye bye. See? Before you're going on 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, and even like shut this down. A lot of times I'm not even know. So the things you can have a discussion about. But why am I wasting my time? I come from the ex I have remaining, and one of my ex have to get cracked, so I don't have time to be wasting time, okay? So I'm dating with intention, and I'm not wasting my time. So you don't, I don't want to waste your time either. Don't waste mine.
I love that. We all have the red flags, the white flags, whatever you want to color the flag. We all see them, and we're hoping that something changes or we can help change them. You can't change anybody. You have to want to change. They have to want to change themselves. Um, and I think a lot of times when we're thinking about relationships and we're thinking about all the different things. So you have your book again. It's titled "Let That Bleep Man Go." Also want to know, do you have any other books that are coming up on, the horizon?
So you said that the funny thing is, a month or two back before I published my first book, I just haven't promoted that as much. But the first book I have is Lights Camera Launch, which is basically showing people how to do a professional TV show by investing in the me in team. So that is actually my first book because I've had my TV show for over 3 years now. And what I find is that so much things I was doing myself. Like I always tell people when you look at anybody talk show, whether it's the Wendy Williams show, the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, any talk show or any comedy sketch show like SNL, in the background they have about 10, 20 writers writing things. You have other people. If you have someone with a book coming on your show, someone reads the book, they give you the cards, all these different things from the advertising, the marketing. It's a lot that goes into any kind of show. And I've been doing it by myself. A lot of times people always say, oh, you have a team. I say, yes, the me and team. I say, me, myself, and I am God. And honestly, God is the only one running the show because I tired. So I put something together because this is what I realized. After you go through something and you fail, you get up, you start over, you waste a bunch of money, I could at least show someone else not to go through all the things I went through, all the money I wasted to make it easier for the next person. Because when I was doing it, I was looking for books. I got 2 books and they were not that helpful whatsoever.
I love that. So many people want to, learn something or do something and don't really know what it takes. So I'm glad that you chose to share that with us. What other advice would you give to like first time entrepreneurs or people that have been off season entrepreneurs but just need some more motivation? What's something you would tell them?
Motivation? What the hell? No, one thing I have noticed, I would tell people, right? I said, every time I get up in the morning, I said, this is the day I'm going to give up. Because people like to pretend, oh, yeah, don't give up. This stuff is not easy. This stuff is hard, okay? So my thing is, one of my things I'm known for is never giving up and always following through. If Miss Francois says she's going to do something, she is going to do it. So a lot of the times people always, and I've met a lot of people, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And the next week, you ask them about it, they're like, what? So whatever you decide you're going to do, just keep working on it. Sometimes while you're in it, it's just like age. Sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize you're getting older or you have matured or you have learned stuff until you look back. So if you keep working and every day you do something, you're going to get there. So just follow through and just don't give up. And again, if you have the right people around you that's going to encourage you, you're going to keep getting to the next level. So don't give up. If I ain't give up, and I try to give up every day, how the hell you going to give up? That ain't going to make no sense.
Right. And so did you write your first book like after a bad breakup, or was it like all your relationships and you decided to dump it into one book?
The thing is, when I first in 2019, I had read like a short ebook with some steps in it before, and then I'm always like part of some kind of organization because I'm one of those people that believe if you don't learn, you die. So I'm always a part of something. And this particular person, her name was Brenda Warren. She's called the Solutionist, right? So she was telling me, I was telling her about it, and she's like, oh, girl, you should make that in a journal, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no time for that. So we were talking about it, and then she was like, she knew my story and stuff like that. And she said, just imagine if you did that, you'll be able to help so many other people. And I'm like, and again, and this is why you have the right people around you. Because if it wasn't for Brenda Warren, I wouldn't have taken the next step to make it into a book, to make it into like a journal to help someone else.
I love that. So shout out to Brenda for encouraging you, planting that seed, and so many people after her that have watered that, so you get cultivating and growing, and is just stepping out and helping so many people, and I think that's amazing. But if you are just now joining in, thank you for joining in to tonight's episode of Chats with Chantla. I have Miss Francois. She is the host, producer, creator, and author of the Miss Francois Show. And she has an amazing book titled Let That Bleep Man Go. It's available on Amazon. You can find her as the host of the Miss Francois Show at Miss_Francois on Instagram. And you can see it on the background. That is how you plug. That's how you advertise. Use every space so that people know. So what they people have at the tip of their mind is at the tip of their tongue and at the tips of their fingers. So, you definitely want to make sure you connect with Miss Francois and learn more. So people want to connect with our featured entrepreneurs here on Chats with Chantla. How is your social media always Miss_Francois, or is there anything else that they can connect?
Well, first of all, definitely I try to make everything uniform. So basically every social media platform, and I like to people to know I did not misspell Miss, because people like it's MISS. I'm like, no honey, MSS, multi-talented and super sexy. So MSS, yeah girl, I'm a superstar. I gotta start now. So once you type in even Amazon, once you type in MSS, you could underscore, you could space it, Francois. Everything's gonna definitely come up.
You know what? I knew you had a big personality, but you really show out. Like you show out, and I love it, because the reason why I think it's amazing is because so many people are afraid to be themselves. So many people are afraid to embrace who they are and why they are created the way they are. And I think you've totally embraced it. And the reason why I say it, because the MSF is multi-talented and super sexy. Like, did you hear that? If you didn't hear it, you see it on the screen. And a low confident person or a low self-esteem person is not going to be as vibrant and as confident and as outgoing and not just physically attractive, but personally attractive, the way you speak and engage people. Like, you have it all. And I think it's just so amazing. So if you want to learn more about Miss Francois, it's MSS underscore Francois. Let me find it so I can put it up here again, because I'm not giving her any justice. She's here tonight and she's showing us and providing a little bit of insight for us, but there's so much more to her. It's not just a pretty face and a comedic behavior on screen. She has a lot of great content. You can find her book again, Let That Bleep Me and Go, available on Amazon. Support her. This is what you need to do. This is what we do. We're here to build, connect, and collaborate. But also, Ms. Francois, so you talk a lot about relationships. So if you, like you talked about, okay, you're not in one now. Do you desire to be in a relationship, or are you like just holding out for that?
Yeah, I need to get pregnant yesterday. What are you talking about? Okay? My thing is, like, oh, you see all this multi-talented and sexiness right now? Again, all this happened. It took a while because I was a shy girl. Hopefully, no one see me. Oh my God, I'm ugly. My nose too big. My mouth is this. I don't know. I was one of those people until I fully took a good look. I was like, damn. But just so you know, if your men are listening, if your women are forcing you to watch the show, whatever it is, I'm 5'5", brown eyes, caramel complexion, total perfection. Okay, so just know if you want to date me, I am open. Okay, I don't discriminate with age. I have a big gap, so if you're between 35 to even 47, just make sure you have a contract. Okay. I don't. Yeah, I exercise and okay. I have nice waist, all this perfect shape. So don't, if you know you're eating burgers every day and chicken and just watching TV, don't type in MISS so you don't find me. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
But I'm more than open for a relationship. Like, I'm honestly ready to sit down and pop out at twins, because I'm doing it one time. So it's twins. I just need 2 boys. Okay. So make sure you come with your sperm intact.
I said that she has a big personality. So also, Ms. Francois, I do have a question. Because women, especially women of color, we get kind of a bad rap in relationships. What do you say when you hear like, oh, she's a Black woman, she's just too bossy, she's just too this, she's just too that? What do you say when you hear comments?
Okay, so again, I wouldn't give the answer you expected me to give. No, the Black women are bossy because you don't like to pretend. Oh, why they say that? Because time and time again we have proven that many times that we do. A lot of us come out that way, and again, I think with us, we have this shield. Well, we always ready to fight, and we trying to stand up for ourselves because we've been through stuff. Okay, so it's not like we just woke up and be like, I want to be an angry Black woman, like they like to say. But we've been through stuff. So I would say to anybody, whoever men approaching women, they're gonna have to be a little patient with us or whatever, and try to peel back the layers a little and try to get to know that person. And honestly, when you get to know us, we're a little spongy, soft, whatever. We just like to be hardcore. Like, we don't need no man. I'm like, I need no man either, but I want one. So if you want to keep thinking, I'm a strong woman, I can open the pickle jar, you keep opening the pickle jar. I need someone else to open mine, okay?
I agree with that. You said I need somebody else to open the pickle jar. Absolutely. And take out the garbage.
Thank you.
Take out the garbage. So I'm going to ask you, if you're just now tuning in to Chats with Chantla, I have the amazing Miss Francois. You can find her at Miss_Francois, just like her name, on Instagram. You have to get to know her more. So if you just now tuned in, you have to hit replay and watch it, and then go follow her on Instagram, then go on Amazon and get her book. You want to make sure you get the book on Amazon, Let That Bleep Me and Go. It's about relationship in such a humorous, big personality way, but it's just sound advice. It's 5+ steps getting over a breakup. Again, it's available on Amazon. You want to make sure that you get it. But Miss Francois, I'm gonna take myself off of the camera, off the view for a moment, and I want you to share some last words or final thoughts with our viewers about you know, being an entrepreneur, what it's like, and then also encouraging anyone, man or woman, who's been in a relationship and they're getting over it. Like, give them some sound advice.
Okay. Some sound advice off the top of my head. First thing is, once, people like to say one size fits all. That's a lie. Okay? Those tights that you buy, one size does not fit all. So the same thing goes for the 5+ steps that I might have in my book to help you get over a relationship. Everything is not for everyone. So some people might use all the steps, some people might only need one step. So I encourage you to realize that just because you buy anybody's book or you take anybody's advice, it's one size does not fit all. Find what works for you. You have a different personality, you have different morals, so forth and so on. The other thing I would say is, I like to always reiterate, be conscious of the people that's in your circle. You always hear people say the first 5 people that you surround yourself with, if they 5 of them are broke, you're broke. But we hear things all the time, but no one pays attention and fully take account for who is around us, what they're doing with their life, where they're going. If they're going down the hill, believe me, you're going to be rolling down the hill also. So just be conscious of who is around you. And last thing I like to say, right? People always say, "Oh, I did this all by myself. I didn't have no one help me." Stop lying. We all need somebody. I always say, no matter where you are in life, someone has helped you to get there. If you're in jail, someone helped you rob the bank. If you in school and you're doing really great, maybe your teacher helped you, maybe your friend helped you with your math problem. So everybody needs somebody. So never say you got there by yourself, because it's impossible. Okay? When you got into this world, the doctor helped your mom. Okay? So we all need somebody. Just find the right somebody that ride or die. I have my ride or die. Let me tell you about my Quentin Mezzerton. Okay, that's my ride or die. That's my confidant. Because I don't use the word friends. Friends sleep with your friends. So I don't do friends. But I have my confidant. And that's Quentin Mezzerton, that definitely always have my back. So I love you, Quentin. But he comes with a wife and 5 kids, okay? So there's nothing there.
I love that. Thank you for helping us with this, Francois, with your wife and 5 children. We definitely thank you for giving her time so that you pour into her so she can pour into us. So, Ms. Francois, it has been an amazing time with you. I think you are such a huge personality, and I can't wait to learn more about you, by supporting you, by getting the book, reading it, and then having you come back and explain a lot of what I'm probably going to read. And so I'm going to order my copy tonight, so you'll be seeing my name come through my order and getting that, and definitely reading it, and then probably by summer getting you back on here and talking about it, review the book, so that you have something to understand and comment about when she comes back onto the show. So thank you all again for tuning in to another episode of Chantla. And Miss Francois, thank you for joining the show. Everyone have a wonderful night.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
You're welcome.